All right, let's talk about something that I think a lot of us have felt. You've got these amazing ideas buzzing around in your head, but there's this huge wall between the idea and, well, actually making the thing. If you've ever felt like you're an idea person who's missing the technical chops, then this is definitely for you. So, you know how it is, right? You're doing something completely random, taking a shower, walking the dog, and bam, this incredible idea for a tool or an app just hits you, something that could actually make things better. And for a second, you're super excited. But then, that feeling kind of deflates when you remember, oh, right, I have no idea how to code. That massive, intimidating wall of programming languages and syntax just pops up and stops you in your tracks. It's so common, and it's exactly what we're going to talk about breaking through today. This exact feeling, this problem, we can give it a name: the creator's dilemma. It's that frustrating space between having a great vision and not having the tools to execute it. For the longest time, the power to create software was basically gatekept by this need for super specialized knowledge. You either had to spend years learning to code yourself or find someone who already had. But things are starting to change in a really big way. And that change, well, it's opening up a completely new way to build things, a way that really changes the answer to the question, who gets to be a creator? Say hello to the Visual AI Builder. The whole idea here is so simple, but it's truly revolutionary. Instead of typing out lines of complicated code, you're literally just connecting blocks in a visual way. It's almost like you're drawing a flowchart that tells the AI exactly what you want it to do. It's all about logic, not syntax. Now, here's what's really exciting about this. It's not just a new tool for coders. The whole philosophy here is about democratizing creation. It's about putting the power to build really smart, sophisticated AI tools into the hands of anyone with a good idea, not just professional developers. I mean, just look at the difference. It's night and day. We're going from something that takes years to learn to something you can get the hang of in just a few hours. Instead of memorizing rigid rules, you're just using your own intuition. And maybe the biggest shift of all, the AI isn't just a tool you command, it's a partner that builds with you. You know, probably the best way to think about this is like WordPress. 20 years ago, if you wanted a website, you had to hire a developer. Then WordPress came along and let anyone build a beautiful site. This is the exact same idea, but instead of websites, we're talking about building actual software and AI apps. Okay, so the idea is exciting, right? But where do you actually begin? How do you pick a good first project? Well, it really just comes down to three key things. The absolute sweet spot is where these three things overlap. First, you gotta find a real problem that people have. Second, make sure it's something AI is great at, like automating workflows. And third, and this is probably the most important, pick something you actually care about. That passion is the fuel that's gonna push you to actually finish the project. Okay, so with that little framework in mind, let's dive into some actual examples. Because this is where a whole universe of possibilities really starts to open up. The first category is a huge one: tools that help businesses and professionals. These are so valuable because they usually solve problems that save people a ton of time or a bunch of money. For example, imagine a tool where you can just upload a 50-page legal contract and just ask it questions. Or what about an app that takes one blog post you wrote and automatically spins up a dozen tweets from it? Or even an AI assistant that sorts through all your customer support emails and drafts replies for you. I mean, these are real, painful problems that you can solve. But hey, it's not all about business. The second category is all about creative and personal tools. And these are awesome projects, especially for learning, because you can build something really fun and unique to you. How cool would it be to have a personalized coach that could take any difficult subject and just create a simple study guide for you? Or a brainstorming partner to help you get over writer's block? You can even build super niche things, like an AI assistant for a Dungeons & Dragons game master, or a personalized meal planner for your exact diet. Seriously, your imagination is the only limit here. Okay, I know, that's a lot of ideas, and it can almost feel a little overwhelming. So let's bring this all the way back down to earth and talk about the single most important step you're going to take: your very first project. Listen, for your first project, forget about the market, forget about what other people might want. The absolute best thing you can do is build a simple tool that solves a problem that you personally have. Why? Because you're the user. You'll know immediately if it's working, and your motivation will be through the roof because you're actually making your own life easier. So I want you to ask yourself this question right now. What is some repetitive, text-based task that you do every single week that just annoys the heck out of you? Is it writing a weekly report, summarizing meeting notes, trying to come up with social media posts. Whatever that annoying thing is, that's your starting point. That's your golden ticket. And once you've got that task in your mind, your roadmap is just 3 simple steps. First, pick that one idea and commit to it. Second, define the absolute simplest version of it you can imagine, your MVP. We're talking super simple, like long article goes in, 3 bullet points come out. And finally, just grab a napkin and sketch it out. A box for the input, a box for the AI magic, and a box for the output. That's it. That's your blueprint. The wall between having a great idea and actually creating it has never, ever been smaller. The tools are finally here, and the power to build is literally in your hands. So really, there's only one question left to ask. What will you build?